Hello, I'm Mary McHugh. I'm the author of a new series of books for Kensington. They're called the Happy Hoofer series. It's about 5 gorgeous women who tap dance on cruise ships and luxury trains and resorts and bateau mouches everywhere. And because they're cozy mysteries, there are dogs and cats and romances and recipes and everything in all 5 of the books. And so today I wanted to do a recipe for you, or show you how I made a recipe for quail veronique, which is in the Paris book, which is up there. You'll see it's called Cancans, Croissants and Caskets, and it's coming out the end of August, 1st of September. So I wanted to do the recipe for you because Janice has this recipe when she goes to a French restaurant with some man, and she likes it. So I wanted to show it to you and tell you how I made it. It's very simple, very fast, and I think you'll like it a lot. At least I hope you will. The other books, first I'll tell you about the other books in the series because there are 4 others. The first one came out last November, and it takes place on a cruise ship that goes from Moscow to St. Petersburg. It's narrated by Tina, who is a magazine editor. She's one of the dancers, and the book is called Chorus Lines, Caviar and Corpses. The second book came out in February. It takes place on a train going through northern Spain. It's narrated by Jenny, who's my favorite. She's very outspoken. She's a documentary filmmaker, and she says awful things all the time. But anyway, that book is called Flamenco, Flan, and Fatalities. The one I'm doing the recipe from, which is coming out at the end of August, is called, as I told you, Cancans, Croissants and Caskets. And the fourth one is in Rio, and it's narrated by Pat, who is the family therapist in the group. And it's called Bossa Novas, Bikinis, and Bad Ends. Okay? And the last one takes place in New York, which I live right next to. I'm in New Jersey, with the Rockettes in it. And it's called High Kicks, Hot Chocolate, and Homicide. So, anyway, they're all fun to read, and they're cozy, so there's a lot of stuff in there. And there's recipes in every one of the books. So today, as I said, I want to tell you about the quail that I made for the Paris book. That's one of the recipes in there. There are a lot more in all the books. So to make the quail, this is for 2. I bought 3 quail for 2, and I cut them up, each quail I cut into 4 pieces, salt and peppered them, dredged them in flour, browned them in butter so they look nice and brown and appetizing. It doesn't take very long. And then you pour in about, a couple of cups of a dry white wine and let it bubble around and simmer. Cover the pan and let it simmer and give that flavor of the white wine to your quail. So that's really yummy. And then after that's all done and the wine is pretty much simmered away, well, not really, because you have to have enough in there to put in some grapes and some ground up almonds. And you put that in there, and the last bit of liquid that's in there, and you let it cook until the grapes begin to look as if they're cooked. They get sort of a whitish look to them. And then when you finish, it all looks like this. Doesn't take very long. It's delicious, and you serve it to anybody you want to, or eat it all yourself. But anyway, that's my recipe. I wanted to just show it to you. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy my books. And thank you very much for watching. I'm very grateful.